Welcome, fellow mighty rimmers, oh god, to the world of Robo Daddy and his terrible video intros. Thank you for your feedback on yesterday's episode. There were very many people very angry at me that I didn't hit the hold fire button. I don't think you understand. The modus operandi of this entire series has been war crimes. And there are no bigger war crimes than shelling your own prisoners at the first sign of trouble. Now, a lot of people did suggest reinstalling the auto mortar so it was in range of the prison. The only problem with that is it will be ever so close to the kill box. If anything, I think we want to take it further away from the prison. If we want to drop it, like, realistically all the way over here, for example, for maximum damage, I suppose we could also hold fire if things do get a bit tricky. It just means that the second a prison raid or a prison anything happens, I will have to hold fire immediately, which might be difficult given that we're blitzing through things on speed 4. That is the most well-defended tree in the whole world. The Holy Oak. Seal him up. Seal him up right now. A new deity to worship. Perfect. No, you fool. No more J Billiards table. No more J Billiards table. No more mighty Sky Steel Meteor. Just pure oakage. You fucking idiot. You've actually roofed over that. You absolute fool. Go. Anyway, so today I've kind of planned things out a little bit, but obviously based on the other feedback as well that was very helpful. Somebody said that, there were a couple of comments actually that said that we need specifically rollers and pushers to be able to pull things and push things to stockpiles rather than just ejecting it off of the end of the conveyor belt. There are also underground rollers and pushers. I'm not sure if it's this one that adds it. See, this is Project Rim Factory rather than the mod that adds the conveyor belts, but I couldn't for the life of me. I tried everything. I tried conveyor, I tried belt, I tried all sorts of things and couldn't find the one that lets it go underground. Maybe if I try underground, it just gives us belts and rollers. Oh, we already have it by default. Underground roller input. How do we do that? Hang on. Well, that explains it. Got it. Okay. I was going to say we might want to pump this straight into a stockpile. You know, pump it straight into this room and then have the hauling bots just move it from this room to the stockpile until we've got the pushers, pullers, vacuum hoppers, etc. That works a lot better. Wow. Okay, so what we'll do then, change of plan. Let's go ahead and go for a straight roller. I mean, that's the output, right? Why don't we go ahead and put that to the top and then immediately have that go into a straight roller into an underground roller. So we go like this one, and then underground roller input. Oh, do we have to do... I see. Right. Okay. So do underground roller input straight from the output. And then we go output straight from the input, straight from the input. We got to... Maybe it's got to be built first. That would make some sense. Okay, let's go and... Let's use Robo Daddy. Let's kind of min-max Robo Daddy ourselves somewhat temporarily. Are we out of power? Are we out of power? Oh, right, because the belts carry power, so it's replaced the power cable with an unfinished power cable. Got it. Let's get the life out of me then for a second. I have to wait a minute, as we do have another raid coming in. Now, I have added another layer to the wall. Like I said, if we get the wall thick enough, the raiders won't give a shit. Now, one thing I'm also doing is researching space of furniture. That gives us reinforced walls as part of the vanilla furniture expanded. I've set up a very specific order here. I'll talk through it in a second. But the reinforced walls, I was thinking we could just do the outside and the inside. So what I mean by that is the outside wall and then the furthest inside wall, if that makes sense. So the next layer after that one, because I think it's 4 blocks, you need to really deter sappers. The inside can stay concrete. Because at that stage, they're just going to take a look and calculate that obviously it will take so long to mine through the wall. It's quicker just to go through the kill box and get shot horribly. Here they are. The what? The Zensling Mech Hive. Oh, shit. Whoa, shit. We've got a Chimera. We've got a Goliath. We've got 4 hounds, 4 vespers, and 3 crawlers. This shouldn't be too difficult. To be honest, the Chimera isn't too difficult to deal with, as far as I recall. Scraps of the deceased members of the Stone Race to defend themselves. Chimeras use powerful Inferno cannons as well as blade that we used to belong to Scythers. Right, Inferno cannons versus turrets and steel walls. Not really a bit, or concrete walls. Not really a big deal. A lot of them do have Inferno cannons as well. Are those not grenade launchers, though? Oh, shit. Well... Let's see how this goes. We've got a lot of armor penetration thanks to the precision turrets, obviously. So this might be fine. This is where we really want to do some damage. And how's that mortar doing? Did he just completely miss? I think that what I probably need to do is hold fire, wait for them to get caught around here, then re-enable fire so it can fire straight away at the group. Okay, let's see how this goes. I think this one should be fine, because the grenades have a very low radius. So they're going to obviously pick off a turret at a time, but by the time, you know, they get round to here, they're probably going to be dead. So we might be okay. Oh, especially if they fire them like that, that's going to do nothing. Fantastic. Okay, speed to it then, I guess. Why don't we also hide away our robots for the time being, because this one might be a lot more dangerous. Going to recall everybody. There we go. Okay, first one's down. This guy's quite heavily injured. We've lost a section of wall, but still no turrets, more importantly. That turret is definitely dead as sticks at this point. There we are. Another Vesper's down. Oh, there was a Goliath. I didn't even fucking notice. Okay, now that's a bit more relevant. They did hit a turret. No direct damage, though. Goliath is almost down. Goliath is dead. Oh, yeah, this is some good shit. Easy peasy. Done. Wow, not a problem at all. Wow, that was actually genuinely quite impressive. I thought it would be a lot tougher than that. Bear in mind, these turrets are obviously great. The military turrets are great against squishy, unarmored boys. But against Mechanized, I was kind of worried they wouldn't have the armor penetration and the actual stopping power. Not a problem. It might have been all entirely down to the precision turrets, though, I guess. We have an issue here. You know what? I think it's probably better just to let the fucking choke vine burn and then replant it. That is a bit of an issue. We could really space the choke vine out by a couple of squares between each row. Why don't we also remove that as home area? Let's just forget about it for the time being. That way, if it catches fire again, we're not going to fall into this same issue. Right, can I... There we go. So now we'll just focus on the things that are kind of a bit more threatening. Although it won't spread, because again, it's sandbags and the walls are concrete. Crafterbot died of burning. Oh, it just went and stood in the fire. Incredible. Another thing that's worth mentioning very briefly is that I have been upgrading the settlements kind of quietly in the background. I haven't been paying too much attention to it, because of course we've seen the Empire mod quite thoroughly before. And this series is more about Robo Daddy, but in the future, obviously, we'll do a lot more with the Empire's mod. So I've upgraded them both to level 3 now, just to get rid of some of the extra silver on the map, because with infinite resources, plus everything else we've got going on, these things bring obviously a ridiculous amount of silver too. Our culinary wealth is going to be skyrocketing, and we are in for some really hefty raids if we're not careful. So I've gone ahead and invested it straight back into these guys, both up to level 3. They've got military level 2, and I've just started building adventure guilds in both. Like I've talked about before, this gives a negative production to food, weapons, and apparel, which we're not using, but we gain bonus to tax, military level, and there's a 250% silver per tax upkeep period, but the 5% base tax is obviously going to offset that fairly safely. This guy right now is earning us a shitload of profit. Just a ridiculous... We're kind of hitting diminishing returns, so look. See, the difference between that worker and that worker is 5 silver, so we can't really expand that one out anymore, but that's 4,700 profit on that one. This one, though, is going to be profitable for much, much longer because of the base modifier. Obviously, it's got base of 2 and then the modifier as well, because this one's out in the desert. 8,104 silver. It's 12,000, well, it's almost 13,000 silver per cycle. This is going to get out of hand if we're not careful. But we could investic level in some of that, you know, the cosmic armor or the Charon armor that we've seen previously. Let's go back to our automation then. So we've got a pusher. So this thing pulls from a stockpile. I vaguely remember using this mod previously. So this pulls from a stockpile and pushes it onto a conveyor belt, hence the name pusher. And then we've also got a puller as well, which, funnily enough, pulls from a stockpile and from a conveyor belt to a stockpile, sorry. And then we've got grow zones, which is obviously quite useful. We've got item angle pullers. Oh, those are useful. Wow. Growing zone puller versus grow zone puller. Fuck knows. And then we got regular puller and pusher as well there. Interesting. We got wall lights. Oh, that's a good idea. So if you've got freezer, for example, maybe that maintains the temperature. Okay, interesting. Anyway, we won't worry about it for the time being. Let's go ahead and get our output on this underground roller. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. So, I mean, we might as well do it with the furthest distance possible, just to keep the goods safer. I assume that's fine. We could pump it straight to the stockpile, I guess, for the time being. Yeah, that couldn't hurt. Oh, there we go. Hey, fantastic. So this one is now built, so we can do an input on this one too. So let's go ahead and, sorry, an output, my bad. Let's go ahead and put that, again, as close to the stockpile as possible, and then we'll just churn it all out here. Fantastic. Right, so when it comes out of there, let's go a step forward, and then we'll go right turn roller. Old fire on the auto mortar, they say. That'll be fine, they say. No, don't worry about it. The prisoners will be taken out by the turrets. No. No. We will take no shit from these prisoners. Shari. As if he didn't stand down at that. Unbelievable. Fire again. Fire again, damn it. Oh my god, the Thrombo Wolf ripped him apart. Holy shit. You might want to get out of there. I'm getting RoboDaddy to actually build some more robots because we don't have enough base stations here. Remember, if the robots are destroyed, it doesn't really take much to put them back together. How's that going? 4.8 seconds. Kill him. Kill him dead. Oh no, Wojtek. Okay, fine. I'll hold fire on the damn auto mortar. What a waste. Okay, I mean, the robots are doing a pretty good job of kicking their ass anyway. Shari, you just got your ass... What? Did I toggle power rather than hold fire? My bad. Shari just got his ass handed to him by a hauling bot, of all fucking things. So, I mean, that works out pretty... What the hell do you think you're doing? Robo Daddy, bait him over. Throw him off. Throw him off. My child, save me. Kill Rambo. Throw him off, for fuck's sake. Why did you fuck that other guy up, but not this one? Oh, whatever. Take him over to the kill box. That'll teach him a lesson. Oh, there we go. That'll do it. Perfect. What a mess. Oh, a robot trader. Right. Well, that certainly sped up the conveyor belt. It's obviously still not perfect. We need a pusher on there or something capable of handling the stockpiles. But the hauling bot is now able to just move it from there to the adequate area. So that sped up things quite nicely. But we do have a robot trader, so we might as well... We've only got 2,000. Really? Oh, right. They've just dropped the taxes outside. Right, my bad. We need to drop a tax spot somewhere then. And let's get that shit hauled inside. What am I looking for? Tax. There we are. Tax spot. Let's go ahead and drop that down anywhere convenient. Ooh, that's tempting. Wow. An ER level 3. I feel like we need one of those. That way we could potentially start installing... What's a skill? Level 3 have like a skill of 14, don't they? We might be able to start installing bionics into Robo Daddy if that's the case. And a kitchen bot level 4 is insane. That's pretty mad. A builder bot level 2 would be pretty good as well. We've got apparently 24,000 silver. I mean, we don't. I don't know where the fuck you're getting that idea from. Right. Okay. That's very strange, because quite clearly we don't have that. Scaling influence is a bit pointless, because we've already got the best brain upgrade in that regard. Yeah, I don't know why it thinks we have 24,000 silver. We definitely don't. So we've got one jaw, one leg, one eye, and a circadian assistant, all to be installed into Robo Daddy. Let's do it now. He's got no damage so far at all. Oh, shit, we've got a jaw as well. Maybe we do have 2 legs, and I just couldn't find the other one. Whatever. Bionic eye, circadian assistant. We've got drill arms as well, but those lower the body part efficiency as far as I recall, so that's really not worth it for a researcher. No medical beds available. Doesn't really matter too much. What skill have you got again? 13. 13 medical. I'm being in the hands of a relatively, I mean, decently skilled, but certainly not somebody I would be doing, allowing to do pretty significant facial reconstruction on. That seems a little bit risky. Let's go ahead and flip this into a medical bed then temporarily, and we'll go ahead and force him to rest so the robot can get on it. You're right. The horn has 4 conditions, 3 conditions. What did he take damage from? Mega Sloth, apparently. Where is that ER bot? What is it doing? Feeding nutrient place meal to... Feeding insect... Okay, hey, how about the operation on Robo Daddy? That comes above feeding jam to Shari. Nutrient place meal to the horn. What about... They can't do surgery. You liars. Oh, I'm not going to call all of you liars. Someone in the comment section said that the robots could do surgery. Okay, well that's a... I mean, I thought they could as well, to be fair, because we administered the cigarettes to a polar bear. Now, I know that's not exactly surgery, but... Oh, maybe we don't have any medicine. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe it's a lack of... Nope, we've got 17... Okay, it's definitely not that. Well, shit. Let's just see if it'll do anything when it wakes up. Maybe it had to recharge. Nope, can't do anything. Well, that's a shame. We'll just go ahead and cancel all that. Fuck it. Guess there's another reason for making a waifu then. Now, I'm not going to make a full robot army. As I've talked about before, we've already technically done a series with that in it. But it also will debalance the game quite significantly. Unbalance the game pretty significantly. Because we have arguably the most overpowered mod pack we've ever built. That in combination with any amount of characters using any amount of guns. You know, we could be churning out a colonist a day with the automation mods we've got going. Sure, it'll take a while to actually get there, but we could be doing that. We could be putting the best weapons in their hands. And that, I feel, is not really the point of what we're trying to do here. We're trying to do, obviously, a single-guy pacifist run supported by basically mindless robots. Oh, now that is very nice. Cataphract's armor and a prestige Cataphract's helmet. Let me just take a look at them. So we've already got the advanced marine helmet, but I assume that's not as good as, sorry, the heavy marine helmet. That gives 120, 56, and 110. And that gives 106, 45, and 54. That's nowhere near as good as the advanced marine or the heavy marine helmet we've got. Damn. The Cataphract's armor, though, is definitely an upgrade from marine armor. We know that because that's what it'd be like. So we'll go ahead and we'll buy some Cataphract's armor to keep our guy alive that a little bit longer. Obviously, it'll work a little bit slower, but I think that's a fair trade-off. And I'll see if I can't get rid of some of this garbage here, too. Bamboo, it's kind of useful, isn't it? Just even if we want to make something like chem fuel, it's a fairly basic thing. Man, it's a real shame we can't install some of this shit. Ooh, flesh shaping. Aesthetic knows aesthetic shaper and love enhancer. Could come in handy when we finally get that waifu. Whoa, there we go. Oh, shit, this is insane. Our stockpile now is just going to go berserk. Perfect. So the push is installed. We've got the underground rollers obviously taking it from the plasma drill there. Fantastic. Now imagine we get a shitload of these and we get some automated facilities down in there. What do we want right now? What is a smart recycler? Oh, wow. Turns any apparel or weapons into a usable resource at the cost of some lost materials. It's better than the blast furnace, which right now I'm just using to smelt it down. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. That's kind of a little bit outpaced at this stage. We've got industrial furnace or electric furnace. What is the difference? That one's more advanced. Fair enough. What have we got here? That's obviously our drills. We've got a vacuum hopper there, which is fantastic. Man, I need to check out this a bit more. Got drone cultivator with a sun lamp. We've got mechanized cultivator. Okay, that looks quite good. It's very expensive though, isn't it? Holy shit. We've got food processor meat grinder, which I was told apparently we can use to grind up the organs into it processes corpses, parts of usable materials, meat, leather, etc. Apparently this is good for organs as well, just to get rid of the excess, which is quite nice. And then we've got an industrial food processor. Boil, grind, melt raw food into ingredients more suitable for cooking. Do we have any sort of cooker? Spacer cooker. That's exactly what I'm after. I'll admit, putting it all in the drop-down menus did throw me off. I had no idea a lot of this existed. But now that I know it's there, we can obviously kind of design around it. Now, this area I'm going to completely rip out. I'm also going to reinstall certain things in a somewhat better position, or a bit more of an opportune position here. We want to expand the freezer out. We want to make use of that space cooker. This whole thing I might turn into a cooking facility. That way the kitchen bots can focus on kitchening. And our guy gets maybe his stews or his lavish meals without needing to build essentially a tier 4 robot to do it. Look at how fast this concrete wall is coming on. What the fuck? Oh my god, I thought it was a damn mechanoid then. I mean, it is, but obviously it's being carried. Yeah, look at how fast the concrete wall's coming down now, huh? They've missed a bit there. You know what? I'll go ahead and open that back up. I think that's where they had to build the bridges first. But man, that's taking no time. The bottom is almost completely done. This wall is, again, almost completely done on that side. Oh, for fuck's sake, not again. Go on. Open fire. It can't? Now open fire. You moron. Oh, that's so annoying. Why does it always hunt creatures it can't possibly fucking kill? You idiot. 74%. I'm going to let the auto motor just take it. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to hold fire on that. Mainly because we've got wave 36 coming in right now. It's a psychic ship. I mean, that's fine. That's basically just a free... Oh, my God. Whoa, my God. That's some hefty mechanoids you got there, fella. What the hell are we going to do about that? Oh, no. One of our cleaning bots just got eaten. Brilliant. Ciala has been beaten to death. Ciala the cleaning bot. Thank you. Great work there. Incredible. Wild pod once again killing absolutely fucking everything it touches. These things are just so OP, aren't they? They're just unbelievable. And the fact that the animals don't know not to hunt them as well is a little bit shit. Because not only do they do regular damage, they also do toxic buildup. They actively poison. You know what we could do with... You know what we could do with the bionics? How about we turn Horn into a... Nice. What if we turn Horn into a bionic Thrombo Wolf? The perfect match of genetics and machinery. It's like Robo Daddy's perfect dream. You know, I think that's good. We've never gone this far before. We've used the genetic Rimworld, obviously, to make some horrible monstrosities. We've never then used something like the Xeno mod to combine them even further. We give him an advanced bionic jaw, too. My god, he'd be unstoppable. Assuming he fucking survives. Assuming we fucking survive. Is he just going to go for all of my... Yeah, okay. Okay, I see what we're doing here. Recall all the bots. We need to get out there and actually be able to save the boy. I mean, he's not bleeding out. Even though he's taking a ridiculous amount of damage, he's not bleeding out. He's quite a hardy thing, luckily enough. Well, the turret's going for him now. Voitek, what the fuck are you doing, my man? Let's pull him home. All animals. Let's go animal emergency. And then when Robo Daddy is... What's he doing right now? Feeding insect jelly to Shari. I couldn't give two shits about Shari on a good day. Right, come down here. Rescue the Horn. Go for it. Go for it. While it's distracted. Oh, God, it's coming back. You can outrun it. You can outrun it, Robo-Daddy. My God, the fact that he's outrunning it in marine armor, too, is quite impressive. Good God, that's going to take decades. Well, good luck, ER-bot. Oh, there's another robot trader. Fantastic. How much silver have we got right now, though? 14,000. Put me in. We haven't got 14,000. Again, I don't know what the fuck it's talking. It thinks we got 14,000 there. Now it's saying we got 584. Something's not quite right here. Is that what the taxes have been delivered, or? Oh, it's in the quarry. Is that 14,000 silver in the quarry? No, it can't be. No, it's not. Where is this silver? What is in my mind? It's somewhere outside of a trade beacon. I have no idea what you could be talking about. Is it out here? That's 200. Fuck knows. I don't know. If somebody knows where this missing silver is, please, for the love of God, let me know. Oh, can it not access the skip? It's outside of the range. There we go. Okay, never mind. Don't leave a comment. I found it. Keep your comment to yourself. Please comment. It's a big help for the channel. Thank you. Okay, let's reinstall it there. You put that there. Yeah, tell me where that silver is. That'll be a great help. Right, let's try again. Ah, that looks a lot better. What have the robots got for me? ER bot level 5. Now, I said we weren't going to craft level 5 bots because they are somewhat overpowered. I didn't say we couldn't buy ER bots, particularly when they are 14,000 apiece. Fuck. I mean, specialized anti-logic. I said we wouldn't do the anti-logic specifically for the Omnibots, but also anti-logic does cover the tier 5 bots as well. Yikes. I mean, what would a hauling bot level 5 do? Besides make all the other hauling bots obsolete, I would hope. Oh, it's also got a persona core, though. We can make the ultimate sentient robot waifu. This is a hard choice. Literally. Here, take some plasteel. Brother, take half my plasteel. We can replace that. You know, we can replace a lot of it. Here, take 750 plasteel. Take my jelly. Take my... Oh, God. Take my antimatter. That's a great deal. Antimatter at a great price. Minus 94. Now we buy the... Should we buy the ER bot, though? I'm not sure if the ER bots could do surgeries. This is the one that we want. I believe it's got 18 skill in its area. Maybe this one can do surgery. If it can't, it's a massive waste of gold. It's a gamble I'm going to go for. No, you know what? I'm going to Google it. I'm going to Google it just to be sure. I think this is the Robots ++ mod. Okay, so it does not... It says on the Steam page that they can only kind of treat patients. They can't actively do the surgery. They're not surgeons. I think in that case we'll go for the hauling bot. Now it says that the hauling bots, the tier 5 bots with the anti-logic actually have tier 20 skills. So that could be 20 crafting on your crafting bot, for example. So that would be really, really valuable. But to be honest, a tier 5 hauling bot seems like exactly what we need until we get a few more conveyors down. You know, there's a lot of items just lying around. The quarry is a prime example. To sell 1,000 gold for that, though, this fucking thing better be worth it, because that has almost bankrupted us alone. Now, if it's destroyed, I don't know exactly what we need to repair it either. Again, it's the base station is the only thing that matters. If the robot itself is destroyed, it doesn't really matter too much. Because we can always just hit a button and with a couple of components repair the damn thing. So where is that? Okay, there you are. You just kind of fly around fast, huh? You just kind of fly around pretty fast, huh? Have I just been ripped off? I think I've just been ripped off. But this area here, when I remove this wall, because that's kind of the first thing that we'll need to do. This area here is going to be the freezer. This area will dedicate to cooking. What I actually might do is have a kind of half this as a freezer and then the other half as cooking, or whatever is necessary to fit in the automated cooking. Then have this as maybe a dedicated dining room or something like that. Anyway, we'll sort of take a look how that goes. Again, this is all going to be kind of a living zone or Robo-Daddy's own personal work area. And then we'll build a more dedicated factory as we get up to that stage. But right now, defenses is still kind of my main focus. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my man. I need some room here. We could melt him down, which is always incredible. I'm just going to let him out for a while. We're going to reinstall it, and then we'll put him back in. Oh, we can't reinstall it. Bollocks. Are you any good at mining? Asking for a friend? No? Right, put him back in and melt him down. I'm done with you. Carry him back to a bioreactor. Let him see the daylight once more, and then melt him. Yes! I love that as an execution method as well. That's just phenomenal. We didn't need his biopower, did we, at that stage? We got some chem fuel out of it. Let's go ahead and take that apart. Now, the bioreactor is what we're going to use to store our android wives when we're not using them. pleasure model comes out at nighttime, and then the combat model can come out during raids or something like that. Again, to try and stick to the one colonist rule. And here I'm going to put down and this is specifically why I wanted to get these pillars this time. I want to put down one of the cold pillars. It's under temperature. These things are incredible. We obviously used these during last series to keep a nuclear reactor cooled. So just for a freezer, actually, to be honest, just for a freezer, we can probably get away with one of the damn things. They have quite a high power usage. For what I would call is 1500 watts per column, which is obviously massive. That's like a tenth of our power, is it not? Oh, it's 20,000. I mean, we are running fairly low on power. We might need a second power plant. Or maybe now's the time to start looking into antimatter annihilation seriously. There's the other kind of little pet project I had going today. The advanced multi-analyzer is going to let us blitz through this tree even faster than we were before. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do for one dude. So let's give him a bit of credit here. Let's get that built as soon as possible then. And we'll get him back on research. Now, this is why I'm happy to go to kind of start transitioning over to the antimatter annihilation mod. Because with this multi-analyzer, we can get through things a lot quicker, but they have massive research costs associated with them. So, again, it's something that makes it a bit more feasible for one dude to pull off. So is that an area it can pull from? What is that outside... What is that outside radius? 2 times speed, 20 cleanliness, cut level 20. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't understand quite what that big radius around it is. There's obviously a much brighter, smaller one. I assume that's the pull area. And then the larger radius is... That's my final decision on what that does. No idea. Couldn't tell you. What we can do, though, is we could reinstall these down around it. And I assume they'll work in tandem with one another. So I assume it'll be able to pull out of these barrels and produce us some tasty food, which we can convey about straight into maybe a refrigerator. I wonder if that would work. Whether that many mods could work in tandem together. Oh, deep space mining ship. Now, to be honest, I was maybe a bit more excited about that than we really should be, because that's probably the thing that sells the deep driller. Yeah, Sky Driller Core Maker, that's exactly it. Now, these things are very, very fast in producing resources when you have a high enough skill. They also have a bit more flexibility with what resources they can pull out of the ground compared to some other mods. As I recall, this is a bit more kind of gung-ho about, you know, hey, you want some advanced components, let's pull it right out of the earth and crap like that. A lot more multi-mod support. Let's see how it goes. We can always just install one. If it's crap, it doesn't really matter. It's, you know, it's another spare drill at the end of the day. This is a pretty cool mod. It's been around for a very, very, very long time. It never used to be quite this polished either. Right, we'll go ahead and use that. You used to use a little, like, kind of orbital targeting device to designate a spot. And then in a second, we'll get a big old fuck-off laser beam that if we walk into, we'll die horribly. There we are. Okay, cool. I can't notice we just cut that straight through the power line like a fool. I was trying to make it convenient to both the conveyor belt and... Oh, no. Yeah, a little bit like that, funnily enough. A little bit something like that. Well, I guess we can now find out what we need to repair this robot. Repair robot? What is that? 5 plasteel. Damn, that's expensive. I can understand why that's so, why they're so advanced. And on that, we put down a deep mine. Yes. Okay, so 20 components on that. It's obviously somewhat expensive, but that's okay. I don't think we really need the cables going around it. I imagine it can pass through power, so we might as well get rid of that. Okay. What's the penalty outdoors? We can't build it. So you can't. It's kind of weird. You can't build it under a roof, but you can build it and then put a roof over the top of it. Or at least that's the way it used to work. So we might be able to mitigate that work speed penalty. We need an advanced machine frame now to be able to make our spacer cooker. And if that thing can consistently churn out stew, our guy's going to be pretty happy. We did have some stew kicking around there. Wait, can the cooking bot make that? I thought it was 15 cooking skill. Maybe that guy has... Oh, the kitchen bot. Oh, it's a level 4 kitchen bot, right? So he's got 16 skill, if I'm not mistaken. I thought that's what the tier 5 bots had, but of course we found out they've got 20, so it only makes sense. Where is the fucking thing? Find robot. There you are. What have you got? 16. Oh, so it can, because it requires 15 to cook the stew. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, we've got this fucking thing going now, so it doesn't matter too much. There we go. Boom. Okay, how does this thing work then? Bills, we want to add the ability to cook 8 pots of stew. Says it can't do it. I think we can safely ignore that. Do until X, where X is 40. Until we've got 40 stew left over, and then unpause when there's only 10. Perfect. Why not, honestly? Go nuts. Output. Put it there. And then I assume it can pull from this zone here. So really we need to get the ingredients into the... Oh, there we are. Oh, it's doing it now. Cook 8 pots of stew. Oh, wow. That's cool. I'm a big fan. I'm a massive fan of that. Okay, cool. So why don't we run some of the barrels around the edge here then? Fill it up basically as much as possible. and then use this as an output, and then we can just kind of convey around. And the spacer furniture is finished, and that was kind of the goal for this entire episode, so we've nailed it. What I wanted to do with this was, again, use the reinforced walls. So that'll be something I'll probably try and aim for between episodes. We've got 2.7 days, so I can spend kind of an in-game day or two putting down some sort of reinforced wall. As I recall, they need to be metal. High-grade steel reinforced wall sounds like it could be 1,700. And plus steel is what, 2,500? 2,800. Plus steel reinforced walls around the entire edge would make us invincible. Like, sappers would never get through. And then with a sophisticated enough kill box, if we make this into a semicircle rather than a rectangle, that would do a shitload of damage. Why have we got potatoes, boil them, mash them, put them in a kill box? That's not right. Get rid of that. Okay. So, now then, we can progress on to what I think is going to be the real meat of things here. We're going to go on to the Antimatter Annihilation mod. This mod looks insane. It looks like it'll fit everything we want perfectly. For what we've got going on right now, I think we've got adequate resource generation. We've got 3 different types of deep drill going on. One of which is very fast and very sort of varied. Another of which is allows us to have the robots do it, the unskilled robots, that obviously being the Omni-Core drill, and then we've got an automatic one. Downside to that is, of course, we have to manage the output. So that they've all kind of got various different strengths and weaknesses. I want to see what this mod can do for us. Where's my research tab again, Chief? Right, Antimatter. What do we want exactly? Where do we even start with the Antimatter mod? Antimatter Composite. That sounds like it would be good to build walls out of. Void Armor. Sounds incredible. Hyper Components. Yeah, this all seems pretty viable. Okay. The Hyper Alloy Synthesis sounds exactly what we should be aiming for. What are these? A stationary defense system that interacts with ancient satellites to redirect a beam of energy at the desired... Oh! Oh! You've won me over. Give me some of that. Tomorrow, I was about to say, so tomorrow we will start working on the necessary things to build an antimatter reactor, and I just hovered over it. All we're missing is quite literally 5 components. So this is going to be really new ground for me. If you've got any hints about the Antimatter Annihilation mod, if you have played it personally and there are things that you would like to emphasize is worth checking out, try not to spoil too much, because again, this is rare that we really get a really cool mod that I haven't previously played. But if you've got any, again, hints or tips or things we should be veering towards first and foremost, or particular setups might be kind of helpful, let me know. But I think we're going to dedicate a big chunk of our factory zone, maybe up here, to a massive antimatter reactor. Fuck, that's where the assembler is. Right, okay, so this thing we can use to make a certain amount of components as well. Oh, we are in the automation now. I can't believe all it took really was a few conveyor belts, but this is going to be good. So we'll start turning this factory floor into something for... always making sure we've got a base level components, advanced components. We could have it even make hyper components with the right resources in the right order. We've got to obviously copy builds to the tapes, install those into the things. This is going to be so cool. Again, hints, tips, whatever you've got, throw them at me. We're at the stage where we can really start factorizing now. Today was just kind of making sure that we got some of the other basic things done, like furnitures, for example. Obviously cooking and shit. Tomorrow we are going to pop off. I know I've been saying that maybe once or twice before, but we really will tomorrow start diving in headfirst into some crazy shit. Thank you all for watching. I'm looking forward to what comes next. A big thank you goes out to the insane top tier level patrons for keeping the channel possible in the first place. A shout out to Necrophila, Noah, Gogolus, Emerald Ghost 11, Odie, Limpy George, Anthony Gawley, Scary Scurvy, Cobalt Lotus, Alex, Blue the Bard, Layla, Asana Kirito, Atmosis, Justin Wallace, Michael Mullen, Ben Hoffland, Jonah Waters, and everyone else, of course, at the insane tier levels on Patreon for making the channel possible in the first place. Big thank you to these guys, without which the channel would definitely not be here. We would not have the adventures of Robo Father and his many fellow robot machines. Thank you as well to Couch Sitter, Flom, Mason Fireblast, Warcats, Lampy, Emerald Beam, Hey I'm Alex, Hoopalia, Valkyrie, Caron24, Evan Dragon 323, Devorda, Attila, Russian Oligarch Billionaire, Taj, Lazarus, Outermostly, Deadly Kitten Hunt, and the other patrons as well, of course, for their support in keeping the channel going as well. Big thank you to you guys. Thank you all for making it possible. If you want a robot named after you, now's the time to do it, because we are going hard on the robots. We could have machines that automatically churn out robots, I assume. Maybe it wouldn't work as this custom bench. I don't know how that works. We'll see. Thank you all for watching. See you guys tomorrow.